Seems to be on the list. Well, here's a little breakdown I did with the GPT. So the first thing I wanted to do, because we know they're spending 26 billion on consultants. So the first thing I wanted to do is come up with an average rate to go for hourly.
Okay, hang on a sec. Before you do that, this is 26 billion for a year, right? I mean, this is what's so hard to believe. $26,000 million for consultants.
To estimate the average hourly rate across the board, we'll take a weighted approach that considers a typical range of consulting roles from low-level administrative support to high-level strategy and technical consulting. So they came through with junior consultants at like 50, mid-level at 100, senior managerial consultants at 200 an hour, executive subject matter experts $400 an hour, and elite niche experts $2,000.
Now, me and you, when we did this exercise, we were just joking around. We went just to $1,000 an hour. Like, let's use $1,000 an hour. If you're paying these consultants $1,000 an hour, what does it look like?
So let's go through. They went it all and came up with $126.50 an hour. That is on the low end. So you could go to, if you want to say 250 to go to the high end of the estimate, then we can just double the numbers. We can do that ourselves down the road. So this reflects a reasonable all-in blended average, considering the heavy use of mid-level and senior consultants, the rare but costly use of high-level expertise, and the occasional low-cost contracts for admin and support roles. So then I asked it, how many hours would that take to burn through $26 million? Billion with a B. So it goes to the formula. 26 billion at 125 an hour is 208 million hours. Now, if the high end, that'd be 104 million hours. One person full time, that'd be 2,000 hours a year. So 1,000 full-time consultants. So that would take for one person full-time would take 104,000 years. For 1,000 consultants full-time, it would take 104 years. For 10,000 consultants full-time, it would take 10.4 years. So if even on the high end, that's 5 years or 20,000 consultants. So it'd take 200 million man hours.
Well, no. Okay, what we need to find out, the last thing that's missing there is, what is it for 1 year? That's the last calculation. So ask it, how many consultants, because it's a 1 year budget. So
yeah, so it'd either be 100,000 consultants or
100,000,
50,000 consultants at the lower end. Or sorry, no, it's
100,000 or you're right. Yeah, 50,000.
To do it all in a year, they'd need either 50 to 100,000 consultants.
But we were saying, even if you'd multiply, even if it was $1,000 an hour, that's still what, 10,000 consultants, I think, per year.
I'll just do it
per year.
At 1,000 an hour in 1 year. Let's see what it comes back with. Let's give it a moment for the thing to calculate how much 26 billion would be spent at 1 year full-time work. So 50 weeks. 2,000 hours, 2,000 hours a year to 1,000 hours, 2 million per consultant per year. So 26 billion would be 13,000 consultants working full time at $1,000 an hour.
So obviously we're missing something, because all these contracts aren't based on hourly rates. I mean, I'm sure they're based on some kind of fixed value contracts or something like that, or maybe they're subcontracting other I can't even imagine what building stuff. Are they making stuff? Are they subcontracting? Like, are they just going to these consultants that are then actually fabricating stuff or making stuff? Like, there must be more than just consulting or hourly, administrative assistance and stuff like that, right? There has to be like some weird other economy going on with these contracts, producing something, because that's too many. I mean, that's insane. 13,000 people for
like 9-10% of the federal workforce as consultants. That's if they're all making $1,000 an hour, which is 2 million a year. And most maybe, I think 1 million might be closer to the mark. So you need, even on the high end, so even at that rate, you need 26,000 of them.
What does McKinsey have on the government? Like, what do they have? Like, or do they just know how corrupt the government is and they can just demand these numbers because they'll they'll rat on them or something. Like this feels like blackmail to me. How can we be paying so much?
That's crazy. That's too bad, really. I mean, I don't have the other numbers in front of me, but it'd be interesting to see how that compares on what we're paying for other stuff.
Like what?
Like, what does that compare to healthcare or debt payments? Debt payments are 55 billion, so it's like half of that. But what else? Where's the other line items fall in?
Yeah.